Jim, you've had a year in Congress, and your home state and your home district has been very receptive of what you've done. How much more encouragement would it take for you to consider a broader representation?
Wow. The question was about a broader representation.
If only there was a Senate race or something.
Look, I'm very flattered by it all. What I would say is, if you're going to do something like that, you've got to know 100% that it's a calling on your life. And I am not at all, it's not lost on me, I'm getting emotional just talking about it, how hard a lot of us, including you, worked to get me where I am right now. Yeah. I mean, it was over a year and a half. And to risk all of that, you know, taking on an incumbent in a primary is tremendously challenging, and boy, it was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. The ups and downs, the challenges, the victories, everything in between on a daily basis. To take that next step is going to require. I'm going to have to know in my heart that God is calling me to do it, and I am not rushing into this. I'm not inclined to rush a decision like this. I can tell you that my wife and I were in prayer about it just last night. And this is a tough job on them. And when you're in the Senate, it's an even tougher job. And because I talked to Rick Santorum just a couple of days ago, and he said I was asking him, and of course, you know, he's been very supportive of me in many ways. And he said, look, you know, I did this when I had young kids, and you know, you're going to be in Congress more days, and when you come home, you're all over the state. And so, you know, he definitely was not advising me against it. He was just sharing his heart with me, which is what I wanted. I want unsolicited advice from people who've been there and done that. So I'm taking in all inputs. But to make this kind of sacrifice, to take this kind of risk, requires an absolute conviction that God is calling me to do it. And if He does call me to do it, that doesn't mean I'm going to win. It just means that I have a message that needs to be carried forward. And I understand that as well. I mean, if God calls you into it, and you know you're going to lose, does that mean you don't do it? No, you do it, because you feel called. So I'm not rushing into it. I'm taking my time. My wife and I have been praying about it. My team, you know, the developments in this type of scenario change every day. In fact, they're changing today again. So look, we're taking our time, and it's not something I'm ruling out at this point, but it's certainly not something I'm jumping into. So thank you for the question.